This insurance letter is predatory and Taquarin, he's just a kid.
A kid almost drowned because your son destroyed a safety barrier.
I want to be clear about something before I start. This isn't really about a fence. A fence is a couple $1,000s, maybe. What happened cost a lot more than that, and it had nothing to do with wood. I'm Aaron Delacroix. My property backs up to a retention pond that doubles as flood control for the subdivision behind me. Cypress Bend, not my HOA, never has been. My land's a leftover parcel from before that development existed. The fence in question isn't decorative. It's a 6-foot barrier required by county code because that pond drops off fast, deep enough to be a real drowning hazard for a kid who wanders too close, and my insurance carrier specifically requires it as a condition of my liability coverage given the water feature. Karen Whitlock runs the Cypress Bend board. Her son Tyler is 15. I don't know exactly what started it. Some kind of dare with friends, best I ever pieced together. But one afternoon in March, 3 teenagers took a sledgehammer to about 40 feet of that fence, right along the pond side, and left it in pieces. I found it the next morning walking my dog. Whole sections just gone, splintered, some of the posts snapped off at the base. I called it into the sheriff's department as vandalism, mostly on instinct, figuring it'd go nowhere. Turned out one of the other kids involved had posted video of it to social media, laughing, and a neighbor recognized Tyler in it and sent it to me. That made the report a lot easier to close. Here's the part that actually matters, though. 2 nights after the fence came down, before I'd had a chance to repair it, a kid from the neighborhood, different kid, 7 years old, nothing to do with any of this, wandered through the gap, chasing a dog and went into the pond. He was pulled out by a neighbor who happened to be outside. He's fine. He was in the water, maybe 90 seconds. But it happened. And it happened because the barrier my insurance required wasn't there anymore. My insurance company treated that as a serious liability event, even though the child wasn't hurt. An adjuster came out, documented the missing fence, cross-referenced it against the vandalism report and the sheriff's file, and opened what they called a subrogation claim. Meaning instead of my policy quietly absorbing the incident, they went after whoever actually caused the damage that created the hazard in the first place. That's Karen's family, legally speaking, since Tyler was a minor and parents carry liability for a minor's actions in most states, especially when there's already a police report establishing what happened. I didn't know any of this was moving until Karen showed up at my door with a folder, furious, waving what she called a predatory insurance letter. I read it. It wasn't predatory. It was a formal demand covering the fence repair, an updated safety barrier upgrade the county now required given the near-drowning incident, and this is the number that actually mattered. Increased liability exposure my insurer was now pricing into my premium going forward, which they'd calculated out over several years and included as damages. Altogether, it came to just over $110,000. Karen argued it was outrageous, that kids do dumb stuff, that I was trying to profit off her son's mistake. I told her I never asked for any of it. The insurance company built that claim, not me. I didn't even know subrogation was something that happened until it happened. She hired an attorney. The attorney reviewed the sheriff's report, the video, and the near-drowning incident report from the same week, and from what I heard later, told her privately that fighting it in court would likely cost more than just settling, especially with a minor's actions this clearly documented. They settled for close to the full amount about 4 months later, paid through a combination of their homeowner's policy and personal funds. Tyler did some community service hours as part of the juvenile diversion agreement. I heard he helped rebuild fences somewhere else in the county, actually, which felt almost fitting. The new fence is up. 8 feet now, not 6. I upgraded it myself, paid for out of the settlement. Nobody's gotten near that water since.